She posted, "Finally free from toxic men, after ending things via text." I liked the post and added, "Congratulations." Then I tagged her boss, her pastor, and her conservative parents. Her frantic DMs started rolling in when she realized what photo was still on her profile. I, 39 male, got dumped via text message 3 weeks ago by Monica, 35, after 2.5 years together. No warning, no conversation, just a text at 11 a.m. on a Wednesday while I was at work. This isn't working anymore. I need to focus on myself and my spiritual journey. Please don't contact me. I've already blocked your number after sending this. That was it. 2.5 years, and she couldn't even have a conversation. I'd helped her through her bankruptcy, supported her when she started her wellness coaching business, even paid for her certification courses. But sure, a text was appropriate. The kicker? I found out through mutual friends that she'd been seeing someone else for 3 months. Some guy named Trevor from her Healing Circle meditation group. The same group she told me was women only when I asked to join. But I kept my mouth shut, didn't blast her on social media, didn't tell anyone except my brother. Just focused on work and tried to move on like an adult. Then yesterday happened. Monica posted this long, dramatic status on Facebook. Finally free from toxic men and their suffocating energy. No more walking on eggshells, no more dimming my light to make insecure men comfortable. The universe has shown me what real, divine masculine energy looks like, and I'm never settling for less again. Here's to new beginnings and authentic connections. Toxic masculinity, spiritual awakening, know your worth. Attached was a photo of her and Trevor at some beach, doing yoga poses. Now, I'm not typically petty, but something about being called toxic after everything I'd done just flipped a switch, so I commented, "Congratulations on your new journey." Simple, right? Except I also tagged a few people. Her boss at the insurance company where she works. Pastor Williams from the church her very conservative parents attend, where she's supposedly still a member. Her parents. Her sister Catherine, who's married to a cop and has zero tolerance for cheaters. The thing is, Monica forgot one crucial detail. Her profile picture from 2 months ago was still visible in her photos. The one from Trevor's house party where she's doing body shots off him, wearing basically nothing, with a caption about exploring tantric connections. Yeah, that photo. The one she posted when she told me she was at a women's empowerment retreat. The DMs started within minutes. Update 1. Holy crap, I didn't expect it to blow up this fast. First, let me address the people saying I went too far. She publicly called me toxic and tried to paint me as an abuser. I just helped some relevant people see her post, that's all. So Monica noticed the tags about an hour after I commented. The DMs were incredible. What did you do? Take it down now. This is harassment, I'll call the police. You vindictive piece of shit. Please, please, please delete the comment, my mom is freaking out. I didn't respond, just watched the chaos unfold. Her sister Catherine was the first to engage publicly. She commented under the yoga photo, "Interesting. Wasn't this taken when you were supposedly helping me with wedding planning? And isn't that the guy from your women-only meditation group?" Monica deleted the post, but it was too late. Screenshots were already circulating. Her mom, Diane, called me. This woman hadn't spoken to me in 2 years because Monica told her I was spiritually incompatible with their family values. "Daniel, what's this about Monica and some man? She's saying you're spreading lies?" "Mrs. Morrison, I just congratulated her on her new relationship. She's the one who posted about it. But she said she's been single since you two broke up last month. We broke up 3 weeks ago, via text, after she'd been seeing Trevor for 3 months. Silence. Then, that little, "Thank you for letting me know, Daniel." The best part? Monica's boss, Janet, saw the tagged post during lunch. Janet is a 58-year-old former Marine who runs the insurance office like a military operation. She has opinions about professionalism and social media conduct. Monica tried to call in sick today. Janet told her she needed to come in for a discussion about professional boundaries and social media policies. But wait, it gets better. Pastor Williams doesn't do social media, but his wife Helen does. She saw the tag, looked at Monica's profile, found the body shots photo, and apparently printed it out. Printed it out. According to Catherine, who's been feeding me updates because she's pissed about being lied to, their parents got called into a meeting with church leadership about Monica's concerning online presence and whether she should still be teaching Sunday school. Monica's now scrambling, trying to do damage control. She posted a new status about how toxic exes will try to sabotage your growth and how I'm weaponizing her spirituality against her. Trevor commented, "Stay strong, goddess. Weak men can't handle divine feminine power." I responded, "Trevor, didn't you tell your wife the same thing? How's the divorce going?" "Yeah, I did my research. Dude's still married." Monica deleted that post too. Update 2. The entitlement has reached astronomical levels. Monica showed up at my apartment yesterday at 7 a.m., not to apologize, oh no, to demand that I fix this situation. She was in full victim mode, designer sunglasses, workout clothes that cost more than my monthly grocery bill, holding a green juice that probably cost $18. "You've ruined my life," she screeched. "I commented on your post, that's all. You knew what would happen. My parents are threatening to cut me off. The church wants me to attend purity counseling." "Purity counseling, Daniel? Sounds like a you problem." She literally stomped her foot. A 35-year-old woman stomped her foot like a toddler. "You have to tell them it's all a misunderstanding. Tell them Trevor and I are just friends. Tell them you edited that photo." "The photo you posted? From 2 months ago, when we were still together?" Her face went red. That's not the point. The point is you're destroying my reputation out of jealousy." "Monica, you called me toxic, publicly, after cheating on me for months. I never said your name. No one would have known it was about you. The woman who posted couple photos of us for 2 years thinks no one would know her toxic ex post was about me. The delusion. Fix this, or I'll sue you for defamation," she threatened. "Good luck with that. I'd love to show a judge the timeline of your posts and when you started screwing Trevor." She threw her $18 juice at my door and stormed off. My neighbor, Mrs. Chen, 82 years old, zero filter, was watching from her doorway. "That the cheater?" she asked. "Yeah." "Good riddance. She seemed high maintenance anyway." Later that day I got a call from Trevor. "Trevor, bro, we need to talk." "We really don't. Look, what happened between Monica and me is between us. You dragging my wife into this is messed up." "I didn't contact your wife, Trevor. Your public profile did that." "You commented about my divorce. Public information. Your wife filed 2 months ago. Adultery, right?" He hung up, but the peak entitlement came from Monica's mom, Diane. She called demanding I attend a family meeting to resolve this situation properly. "Daniel, you're being unnecessarily vindictive. Monica made a mistake, but airing family business publicly is unacceptable." "With all due respect, Mrs. Morrison, Monica aired it publicly first. I just made sure the right people saw it. You've humiliated our entire family. What will people at church think?" "Maybe they'll think you raised a cheater who lies to everyone," she gasped. "How dare you?" "How dare I what? Tell the truth. We welcomed you into our home. And then told me I wasn't good enough for your daughter when she started her spiritual journey. Remember that?" Silence. "This conversation is over, Daniel. But this isn't. We'll be pursuing legal action." "Cool. My lawyer would love to see Monica's text calling me toxic after committing adultery. Very Christian of her." She hung up. Update 3. The consequences are rolling in, and Monica's response has been to double, triple, and quadruple down on crazy. First, the job situation. Janet called Monica in for that meeting. According to a coworker who reached out to me, we'd met at a company party. It didn't go well. Monica apparently tried to claim I was cyber-stalking her and that she needed time off for her mental health. Janet pulled up Monica's social media on the conference room screen and went through post by post. The body shots, the toxic men post, the various thirst traps she'd posted during work hours, the time she'd called in sick but posted beach photos. Monica got a final warning. Any more social media drama involving the company and she's gone. She also got her social media privileges revoked at work. They blocked everything on her computer. The church situation imploded even worse. Pastor William's wife, Helen, turned into a one-woman investigation unit. She found everything. The tantric workshop photos, the sacred sensuality posts, the fact that Monica had been charging people for spiritual healing sessions that were basically her doing tarot readings in lingerie on OnlyFans Lite. Monica got removed from teaching Sunday school and strongly encouraged to attend a 3-month restoration program for people who've strayed from the path. Her parents? They didn't cut her off entirely, but they did cancel paying for her apartment. The one she'd convinced them was necessary for her safety after leaving her toxic relationship. But here's where Monica went full nuclear. She created a GoFundMe. I'm not kidding. The title was Help a Spiritual Warrior Recover from Narcissistic Abuse. The description was a masterpiece of delusion. My ex-boyfriend has systematically destroyed my life after I found the courage to leave his toxic influence. He's turned my family against me, sabotaged my career, and damaged my reputation in my spiritual community. I'm now facing homelessness and job loss because I chose to follow my authentic path. Please help a survivor rebuild her life. Goal: $30,000. She shared it everywhere. Tagged mutual friends, old classmates, everyone. My brother called me laughing. Dude, did you see this? She's really trying to crowdfund her breakup? I didn't even have to respond. The comment section did it for me. Catherine, her sister, Monica, this is insane. You cheated on Daniel for 3 months. Stop lying. Janet, her boss, this is highly inappropriate. See me Monday morning. Helen, pastor's wife, this is bearing false witness. I'm deeply disappointed. Even better, Trevor's wife commented, interesting. My divorce filing says my husband spent $8,000 on spiritual retreats with you. Maybe ask him for money? The GoFundMe got reported and taken down within 6 hours. Monica's response? She went live on Instagram crying about the patriarchy silencing divine feminine voices and how everyone was enslaved by traditional religious programming. Her dad texted me, Daniel, I'm sorry. We didn't raise her to be like this. Thank you for opening our eyes. Plot twist. Trevor ghosted her, completely disappeared, blocked her on everything, moved out of his apartment. He was getting divorced anyway, and according to his LinkedIn, took a job 3 states away. Monica tried to show up at his gym, his favorite coffee shop, even staked out his mom's house. His mom called the cops. Update 4. Just when I thought Monica had hit rock bottom, she pulled out an industrial drill and kept digging. She joined a Warrior Goddess Healing Circle, $500 a month membership, and decided the real problem was that she hadn't fully activated her divine feminine rage. This manifested in her creating a TikTok account where she posted daily videos about surviving narcissistic abuse and reclaiming your power from toxic masculinity. She never used my name, but she'd drop enough details that anyone who knew us would know exactly who she meant. My ex was so threatened by my spiritual growth that when I finally left, he tried to destroy me financially and socially. Toxic men will weaponize your own family against you when you choose yourself. The patriarchy supports abusers. That's why my ex still has his job while I'm being persecuted. The videos were getting thousands of views. She was building a whole following of women cheering her on, calling me trash, sharing their own toxic ex stories. I stayed quiet until she made a crucial mistake. In one video, she mentioned specific dates and showed receipts, screenshots of our old texts that she'd edited. But she's not tech-savvy and didn't realize the metadata was still visible. My buddy Craig works in IT and helped me extract the original conversations. The ones where she was texting Trevor while telling me she was at her mom's. The ones where she was planning a weekend getaway with him while I was paying for her car repairs. I didn't post them publicly. Instead, I sent them to Catherine with a simple message, in case she tries to claim these are fake. Catherine went nuclear. She created her own TikTok response. This is my sister Monica. She's claiming to be an abuse victim. Here's the truth. And she laid it all out. The cheating. The lies, the fact that Daniel, she used my name, had paid for her certifications, supported her through bankruptcy, never once raised his voice or hand to her. She ended with, stop believing every woman who cries abuse. Some of them are just mad they got caught. The video got 2 million views in 48 hours. Monica tried to get it taken down for harassment, but Catherine had receipts for everything. Screenshots, timelines, even a recording of Monica laughing about how clueless I was about Trevor. The Warrior Goddess Healing Circle kicked Monica out for bringing negative energy to the sacred space. Her new TikTok followers turned on her fast. The comments went from "Yes, Queen" to "You're the toxic one" overnight. But Monica still wouldn't stop. She showed up at my work, with printed screenshots of my harassment, my single Facebook comment, and the Trevor divorce reply. She marched up to reception and demanded to speak to my manager about my cyber terrorism. Thank God I work in IT, and my boss Marcus is the most chill dude ever. He looked at her and said, "Ma'am, commenting on a public post isn't harassment. However, you showing up at his workplace is. Security?" She got escorted out screaming about lawsuits and knowing her rights. Then came the letters from a lawyer. Not a real lawyer, some guy she found on Craigslist who said he was a legal consultant. He sent this terribly written cease and desist that included gems like, "My client has suffered egregious emotional damages to the sum of precisely $50,000. You must immediately cease all defamatory actions, including but not limited to existing. Failure to comply will result in legal ramifications of the highest order of magnitude." My actual lawyer friend looked at it and said, "This might be the dumbest thing I've ever read, frame it." So I did. Update 5. Monica's final meltdown was spectacular. Unable to accept that her narrative wasn't working, she decided the problem was that she hadn't gone big enough. She planned a healing ceremony in the park, where we'd had our first date, invited all her remaining followers, about 12 people, and live-streamed it. The ceremony involved burning sage, chanting about releasing toxic energy, and, I kid you not, burning printed photos of me while reading poetry about reclaiming her power. 2 problems. 1, you need a permit for public gatherings and open flames in the park. 2, one of the photos she burned was actually of me and my cousin, who's a sheriff's deputy. My cousin Derek saw the live stream, Catherine sent it to everyone, and decided to stop by the park, on patrol. Monica was in the middle of a dramatic speech about Phoenix rising from patriarchal ashes when Derek showed up. "Ma'am, do you have a permit for this? This is a spiritual ceremony. You can't oppress my religious freedom." "Ma'am, you're burning things in a public park without a permit. That's illegal." "This is harassment. You're probably friends with my ex." Derek, completely deadpan, "Ma'am, I'm his cousin, and you just burned my photo." The livestream chat went wild. Monica tried to run, tripped over her own ceremony supplies, and fell into the fountain. Derek didn't arrest her, just gave her a citation for the unpermitted fire and told her to clean up her mess. The whole thing was still streaming. Someone made it into a meme. "When your healing ceremony gets healed by karma," with Monica falling into the fountain. It went viral on Twitter. The next day, I got a text from an unknown number. "This is Monica's mother. We're getting her professional help. She's agreed to enter a 30-day program for emotional regulation and personality disorders. I apologize for everything she's put you through. You were a good man to her, and we should have seen the truth sooner." Then, surprisingly, a week later I got an actual letter from Monica. From the treatment facility. It wasn't an apology exactly, more like bargaining. "Daniel, I realize things got out of hand. I'm working on myself now. When I get out, maybe we could talk about starting fresh. I understand if you need time, but what we had was special before outside influences corrupted it. Trevor meant nothing. You're my soulmate." I didn't respond. Final update. Monica got out of treatment 2 weeks ago. From what I hear through the grapevine, she's living with her parents, working part-time at her uncle's accounting firm. Janet fired her after the workplace incident and is banned from all social media as part of her recovery plan. Catherine told me Monica asked about me once. "How's Daniel? Does he ever ask about me?" "No," Catherine said. "He's dating someone new." Which is true. I met Amy at the gym. She's a veterinarian, loves hiking, has never once used the phrase divine feminine energy, and thinks the whole Monica saga is hilarious. "Wait, she burned your photos in public?" Amy laughed so hard she snorted. "And it's on the internet forever?" "Yep. My cousin has it saved for every future family gathering." The funny thing is, I don't even hate Monica anymore. She gave me the gift of showing me exactly what I don't want in a partner. The victim complex, the entitlement, the inability to take responsibility, all red flags I'll never ignore again. Last week, I saw Monica at the grocery store. She was with her mom, wearing normal clothes, not her usual spiritual warrior getup, and looked deflated. We made eye contact. She started walking toward me, but her mom grabbed her arm and steered her away. But not before I heard, "Monica, no, that's part of your agreement, no contact." "But Mom, I just want to." "No, you've done enough damage." I finished shopping, and when I was loading my car, I found a note under my windshield wiper. "I'm sorry, M." I threw it away and drove home to Amy, who was making dinner and dancing badly to 80s music in my kitchen. "How was shopping?" she asked. "Got everything on the list. My hero." "Oh, your mom called. She wants to know if we're coming to Easter dinner." "Yeah, we'll be there." Normal, drama-free. Exactly what I wanted. Looking back, that one Facebook comment started an avalanche I couldn't have predicted. But here's the thing. I didn't create Monica's problems. I just made sure the people she was lying to could see the truth. She built her house of cards on toxic man narrative while cheating, lying, and manipulating everyone around her. All I did was open a window and let the wind in. To everyone saying I went too far, she tried to destroy my reputation to cover her own cheating. She called me toxic and painted herself as a victim while she was sleeping with a married man. She tried to get me fired, sued, and socially destroyed. All I did was tag some people in her own post, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And Monica? If you're reading this somehow, Trevor's wife just had their baby. Yeah, she was pregnant when you were doing tantric workshops with her husband. Hope your spiritual journey was worth it. Peace out, Reddit. I'm going hiking with my girlfriend who doesn't think trees have chakras. Edit. To everyone asking, yes, the fountain video is still online. No, I won't link it. But if you search spiritual ceremony fountain karma, it's the first result. You're welcome.